Good evening to one and all. In our previous video, we were discussing about project management and we had also discussed about critical path method. So in simple words, critical path is a path of activities in a project which has a longest duration. In simple terms, we cannot delay any activity. If we delay any activity on critical path, it would delay whole project. It would delay the whole entire project time. Now we will add something in it, the time. We will find different time, that is four different times. First is EST, LST, EFT and LFT. EST means early start time, LST means latest starting time, EFT means earliest finishing time and LFT means latest finishing time. After that we would be seeing the different time, that is slack time. What actually slack or float time means? A slack time is a time duration which an activity can be delayed without delaying the whole project. So in simple terms, slack time can be found on that activities which are not on critical path. So there is a small formula for slack time is we have to subtract LST minus EST or LFT minus EFT. For calculating different times, that is EST, LST, LFT and EFT, we would be first preferring activity on node network. See, I had drawn the network also. The activity A is a starting point and activity B is considering an ending point. So first of all, early start time, we will start our activity from here. It would be 0 and whatever the time would be there, that would be added and it would make early finish time. Remember the thing that early finish time would be the early start time of next activity. And after that you have to add the time of that activity, that will become early finish time. You have to just remember this method is known as forward pass. Forward pass means you are forwarding the time to next activities. So now just remember, calculation of early start time and early finish time starts from the first activity as I said. For the first activity, early start time is always 0 because when you are starting, no, you are not having any time. You would be starting from 0 time. So you have to just start from 0 and then you have to add what time would be there and that would become your early finishing time. Early finishing time, that is equal to early start time plus time of activity, that as I had explained. Early finish time of an activity becomes the early start time for next activity as I had explained. Calculation from last Calculation for latest starting time and latest finishing time starts from last activity. As I said, the time, that is last finishing time, latest finishing time and latest starting time would be start from last activity. For last activity, early finishing time and latest finishing time are always same. We would be seeing when we would be doing the sum. Latest starting time would be equal to latest finishing time minus time of activity. So now you have to remember this is a backward pass. Backward pass means we would be passing from backward and we would be subtracting. Here we were adding the time. Here you have to subtract the time. When we will do the sum, you will get clear idea. Suppose now there is clubbing of two activities. Suppose now if there are two activities which is merged in one activity and we have to do forward pass. So you have to remember, in case of two activities or two early finishing time, you have to consider maximum time. See here both early finishing times are there. You have to consider the maximum time and that would become the starting time for next activity. Similarly, when you are going for a backward pass or when you are writing finishing time, so in case of two activities which is merging to one activity, at that time you have to take the minimum of one. So in case of two LSTs, that is latest starting time, minimum value should be taken for the latest finishing time for the previous activity. So here see the example is also given. The activity E and activity F has two different times, that is 5 and 4. We would be consider the 4 time because it is less. We would be seeing one example. In it there are different activities given, that is from A to I. There are different predecessors are given. Predecessors means the origin of the next activity. Like for example, B, C and D are origin from A. So A is becoming predecessor of these three activities. So in this sum we are having activity, predecessor and time period, that is duration of the activity. What we have to find, we have to first draw AON network, and again after that we have to find out this all time, that is early start time, latest starting time, early finish time and latest finishing time. Also we have to find out slack time. Now again they have given the question, what would happen if activity F is revised to take 4 days? Like activity F is having 2 days, but we want to change to 4 days, then what would be affected? Like what network or total time would be affected, that we would be seeing in this sum. Before doing the solution, I would again I would try to explain that early start time would be here, early finishing time would be here, latest finishing time would be here and latest starting time would be here. This way in every node we have to draw. So I am drawing network for you and you all also draw with me. So first is activity A and it takes time of 1 day. So I am just drawing activity A and I am writing the time 1. Now see the predecessors. This all are predecessors. So B, C and D are origin from A. So we have to draw B, C, D. So B has a time of 4 days, C has a time of 3 days and D has a time of 7 days. After that E is again drawn from B, or E's predecessor is B. So we have to draw E after B. And time for E is 6 days. After that you have to see F. F is drawn after C and D, that is clubbed. So you have to club C and D. So you draw here F, that is having a time period of 2 days. Now after that G has been clubbed from E and F, that is E and F would be clubbed and activity G would be prepared, and activity G has a time period of 7 days. You make the arrows from E and F. After that H would come out from D. H would come out from D and duration for that activity is 9 days. After that I would be coming out, or predecessor of I would be G and H. So we would be making that activity I and duration is 6 days. We would be making the arrows from G and H. So this is my network that is completed. This is my network that is completed. Now we will do forward pass. So first of all, before doing so, I would just draw a small thing in a corner to help. So please see the corner I had drawn for this sample. Here you will have early start time, early finish time, latest finish time and latest starting time. So I would be starting here from 0. As I see it, the first activity would start from 0 and 0 plus 1, that would be 1. So that becomes your early finish time. Remember the rule, whenever any activity has early finish time, that becomes the early start time for next activity. So I will write here 1, again here 1, again here 1. 1 plus 4 that will become my latest early finish time. Same way 1 plus 3 that would be 4. 1 plus 7 that would be 8. Now after that, same after B, again it would become early start time of next activity. So here it would be 5. See, now here there is a complication. Like two activities are merged in one. So you have to compare both time. You have to compare 4 and 8. That is early finish time of activity C and early finish time of activity D, because they both are merged into F. So you have to see that which time is greater. So I think this time, that is 8, is greater. So I will write here 8. 8 plus 2 that would be 10. The same situation here. See, here the time is 10, that is early finish time is 10 for activity F is 10. Now same thing, 5 plus 6 that would be 11. You have to compare both because this both activities are merged into G. So compare both the time and whichever is greater that you have to write. So I will write here 11. 11 plus 7 that would be 18. Now same thing here, 8 is there. 8 would again be early start time for H. 8 plus 9. So it would give me 17. Now I will compare this both time, that is 17 18, because this both activities are merged to I. So 17 and 18, so whichever is highest that I had to take. 18. 18 plus 6 that would be 24. So this was basically forward pass. This was basically forward pass. Now we will be assigning latest finishing time. So for last activity it would be same, that would be 24. 24 minus 6 that would be again 18. Again that 18 would be allocated here. Again that 18 would be allocated here. So now see, 18 minus 7 that would be 11. 18 minus 9 that would be 9. Now from that 9 again it would be pass on here. 9 minus 7 that would be 2. The same thing applies here. Here there is 11. So 11 would be pass on here. 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2 that would be 9. Similarly 11 would be here. 11 minus 6 that would be 5. Similarly this 5 would be here. So 5 minus 4 that would be 1. Now the same thing applies here, 9. So 9 would be pass on here. So 9 minus 3 that would be 6. See, the problem arises like now you are having 3 activities and that is merged to one node, that is merged to A. So now you have to see the lowest time, that is 1. So now you have to write here 1 and that would be again 0. So this was basically all 4 times, that is early start time, early finish time, latest start time and latest finishing time. I just want to give one hint. If I want to find critical path, how can I find out, or which would be the critical activities? So where the early start time and latest start time, similarly early finish time and latest finish time is same, that activity would be considered on critical path. So our critical path would be A to B, B to E, E to G and G to I. So this would be critical path because these activities have a same time. Then we have to draw a numerical that I had done. I would show you. So this was our diagram and this were the possible path, and as I said, A to B, B to E, E to G and G to I, that has become our critical path. Now we have to find the float time. We have to find the float time. How can we find the float time? First of all, we need to prepare a table. First column would be activities, then duration, then all the 4 times, that is early start time or latest start time early finish time and latest finishing time, and that there would be float. You can find out by any two times also, but for your simplification I had done everything. Like activity A has a time of 0011. So whenever I would be comparing it, I would get 0. So whenever this 0 comes, means this activity is on critical path. Same way B activity is also on critical path. So that's why it has been written 1155, that is again 0. So that activity is on critical path. Now in third activity, that is C. See here, C has a different times, that is your early start time is 1 and your latest start time is 6. So you are having a slack of 5 hours. So now this is a benefit that you can delay this activity to 5 hours. Similarly, I had done all the calculations, and in this sum you are having a float time of 8 days. The activities, remember this thing, the activities which are not on critical path can only be delayed, and that also delayed on a fixed number of time. Like activity C can be delayed to 5 days, activity F can be delayed to 1 day. Now again the sum or one question was asked, if we delay the activity F, or if we add activity F as a 2 days and we get a revised activities time, that is 4 days, then it would change our critical path. As I had done the total of all it, and the total critical path would become our third part, that is A to D, D to P, P to F, F to G, and G to I. So thank you students for your patience.